To act in the world or develop new technologies, we often want to know what's possible. But how do we find out what's possible? Well, there are two ways really. You could simply try things out, build something or travel somewhere, and if it works, then yeah, you know that it's possible to do it. This is experimenting. But you could also try to imagine something. So by imagining flying, for example, you don't have to try to fly. You're merely entertaining the possibility. You might realize that yes, if the laws of nature had been different, you'd been able to levitate. Imagination allows you to figure out what is merely possible. So whatever can be imagined is at least merely possible. But does it also work the other way around? If something's merely possible, does it mean that we should actually be able to imagine it? Well, isn't the answer clearly no? Think of the Middle Ages. It's unlikely that people in the Middle Ages were able to imagine things like Twitter or Instagram. But Twitter now exists, so it's clearly a possibility. And therefore, we've got a case of something that's possible, but was not imaginable. Now, really, there's a cheat here. The alleged counterexample points to a possibility that surely we can imagine. Twitter is something we've all come across. So for us, looking for unimaginable possibilities, it's not a counterexample at all. We'd need a possibility that is currently unactualized, yet also something that we cannot imagine. But of course, we can't find such a counterexample. It's not actualized, so we can't run into it, but by hypothesis, we can't imagine it either. So we've simply got no basis to claim that there are any such unimaginable possibilities. But what do we say to those people in the Middle Ages? They couldn't imagine Twitter, something we know to be possible. Here's something you could say. What is possible is not fixed. Possibilities are historical phenomena. This would allow us to say that everything that is possible but not actual is at least imaginable, but it would also mean that the medievals' inability to imagine Twitter doesn't rule out its possibility for good.